Alrighty, we are tracking storms across Texas right now. They are coming into Austin at the moment. This will be on the northern side of the city. So we've already seen some pretty impressive storms across places like Round Rock and Cedar Park, excuse me, Cedar Park is where we've seen those impressive storms so far this evening. So let's take a look at here we go. Some of these hail reports so far, and as we hop on, I can see a lot of people hopping on right now. Let me know where you're watching from right now. This will not be a long live, but we do want to give an update of storms across Austin at the moment. And I also want to make sure that you can hear me. So let me know. Can you guys hear me out there? How is my audio? Whenever I do this, not in the studio, I always have to check and make sure the audio is working before we really get into it. So let's take a look at those local storm reports while we wait for an audio sound check here. Multiple reports of ping pong ball size hail on social media. That's coming from Cedar Park. We have seen that as well. We have absolutely seen lots of ping pong ball size hail across Cedar Park. I think that is a very populated area that has gotten pretty hardly hit here. Golf ball size hail, that may be few and far between, although I do think that we could see some larger hailstones in here, but a ton of ping pong ball size hail is what we've seen. Few golf balls, maybe even some larger hailstones here. Going to the north and kind of track this storm back. Right? Let's pull this back a few minutes and take a look at that storm across the Leander. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Quarter size hail reported by an amateur radio operator. They reported quarter size hail in Leander, which is in Williamson County. We've got half-dollar size hail from an MP report. Now, if we go a little bit farther back to the north, Bertram is another very heavily hit area. So we've seen a ton of pictures coming out of Bertram, and I mean, this says half-dollar size hail here. However, I have seen larger hail reports in this area. One of those being a 2-inch report, but I think that we've seen a lot more reports than just this one. I bet that the National Weather Service is still taking its time to get those reports put onto um, their website right now. So we may see more of these reports filter in later on. But what we're telling you right now is that we have gotten more than just one 2-inch report. I don't think it was isolated 2-inch. I think that we probably got um, lots of 2-inch hailstones out in Bertram. So this is just south of the highway. Now, if we go a little bit farther forward, let's see the storm going into Round Rock. It really looked like it was going to target Round Rock on the south side, but it took a little bit of a dive to the south here, and now looks like it's going to target the north side of Austin. And that's where we are right now. It is crossing the highway right now out of Austin. Ooh, it is fast mover. It really picked up some speed here. All right, let's go back. Okay, so this is your current radar view right now. You can see a very, very clear core with this storm. Some pretty clear inflow as well. And again, it just tracked over the north side of Austin pretty fast. It did pick up some speed in here. It's moving to the southeast at 35 miles an hour. The National Weather Service is calling this a destructive storm. Baseball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is what it's warned for. And we actually have several videos to show you here. So what we've been doing over the last hour and what meteorologists across hail trace are currently doing is they are looking at ground truth. They're looking at videos from these areas, looking at pictures. They're saying, was it one ping pong ball size hailstone or was it hundreds? And that's what they're doing right now. But I do have some to show you. So let me pull up my screen. And show you some of the pictures that we are getting in right now. So here's what we have. Right now, this is coming from Cedar Park near Lake Line and Cypress Creek. This came in from Twitter from John Collins. So John, we appreciate you sending your picture in. This is a very clear ping pong, if not golf ball size hail in Cypress Creek. Again, this is in Cedar Park, which is just outside of Austin, Texas. John, again, thank you for that picture there. We've got some scary looking clouds that were coming in from Austin as well. It's not a tornado, no. Scary looking clouds. And holy moly, look at this hailer. This is also from Cedar Park. Again, not just isolated ping pong ball, golf balls there. Again, this is from Kelly Hogert. So we appreciate your video, Kelly. I mean, this isn't just hail, this is also winds. Look at those trees, they're moving. Hitting that grill. Did you see that grill and the stones bouncing off of that grill? Let's play that one more time. I think this is a pretty impressive video right here. Let's play that one more time. Holy moly. Okay, while that plays, what are some of the questions that we have coming in right now? I have just a few minutes here for questions before we have to go because I do have more things to post this evening. So we will continue to track this storm. Our meteorologists are mapping it right now. It's an all hands on deck situation. Actually, before I answer some of your questions, I do want to let you know that this will most likely be at least a 4-star hailstorm, if not upgraded to 5-star storm. And that is because of just the intense amount of hail that we have seen and the size of that hail and the population that it is hit. So population, pretty populated area between Round Rock and Austin. So this is basically the north side of Austin. I have a few questions coming in, so I'll have time to answer just a few here. Let me pull in the full radar view here. First question that's coming up on my screen, is this storm still dropping hail at this time? Yes. And I pulled up my 4 box earlier, so this is something that I've been having trouble pulling in data here, so we can't see it here. Well, that's disappointing. But what I can tell you is that we have yes, pretty good hail core here. And not only that, but the storm looks pretty healthy, right? We've got a decent inflow. You see that little notch right there? There's your inflow into this storm. That means that the storm is pretty healthy. It definitely has some rotation with it. It is a pretty powerful cell that is moving across North Austin, now on the east side of the city, moving into Del Valle right now. And yes, to answer your question, it is still producing hail at this time. It is still warned as this storm moves down to the southeast, still warned for a baseball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts moving to the southeast at about 35 miles an hour. This severe thunderstorm warning goes until, let's see, it does not tell me the exact time the severe thunderstorm warning goes until, let me go to my phone and see if I can find it on here. For 27 more minutes, so it goes until 7:30. This storm is now moving to the southeast into places like Weberville, Garfield, Wildwood, Cedar Creek, Camp Swift, Bastrop, and Red Rock. So, yes, another area that is going to get hit with this storm that has already come through, and you can see the exact track that it's taken from Bertram to Liberty Hill to Cedar Creek down to North Austin, now across Del Valle. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Garfield and Wildwood. It looks like it's in a pretty populated area. Yeah, I would agree. A lot of people living in Austin. And let me actually tell you this. I don't know if I can pull this up on my screen. If you look at our social media, what we posted before the storm hit Austin is there were tons of cars on the highway. Think about it. It's 6:30. People are headed to dinner. People are headed home from work. There were tons of cars on the highway getting groceries. We saw pictures of a completely packed grocery store parking lot. So yes, there were tons of people on the highway. It looked really ominous out there, so maybe that helped people get home a little bit faster, but still, I mean, people, they should have been ready for this storm. They were still out on the roads, and let me show you this other video, just how ominous. I titled this video, "Scary Looking Clouds," and this person had asked, "Is that a photo?" No, these are just scary looking clouds. So again, it looked really ominous before the storm hit Austin. AJ said, some good video, Cedar A did you get that video, or are you talking about this video that we have right here? Hey, if you have video, AJ, send that our way. We'll definitely appreciate that. Okay, stay on for too long this evening. I have a few more things to post tonight, so we will continue to keep your social media updated. Follow Hail Trace on all platforms. We'll be posting video and pictures of this storm that went through. Again, let's go back through and tell you exactly where it went through. It went through Bertram, Liberty Hill, Leander, Cedar Park, northern side of Austin. So let me look this up. I see this question right here. Any big hail in Austin? Whoo, heard there was grapefruit near the airport. I can't confirm that. However, I will look into that. And there you go. There is that storm going through northern Austin. So massive, major storm here, big hailer. If you didn't hear us earlier, it is officially a 4-star hailstorm. However, potentially getting upgraded to a 5-star. Let me get one more check with our meteorologist before I jump off of here. They're talking about a great hail spike. I mean, just a really impressive storm here. And I told you, it's a healthy storm. It's going to sustain itself for a while. Got lots of weather talk on here. But that is the most up-to-date information that I can give you is that it is at least a 4-star hailstorm, if not eventually upgraded to a 5-star. So let me tell you what our meteorologists are doing right now. It is all hands on deck. And what they're going to do is they're going to scour the internet. They're going to look for ground truth. They're going to go back through the radar images and they're going to QC this storm to say, is it going to stay a 4-star? Or is it worth upgrading to a 5-star? So just know if you see that upgrade, it is valid. It is definitely warranted because they have done that work. Other meteorologists right now are still going to be mapping this storm as it continues to track to the southeast. It's still looking pretty good. I think that we will still see some hail from this storm. So thanks for joining us on this uh, Wednesday evening. Is anyone else confused by the days because of Memorial Weekend? I am. We are going to have a forecast tomorrow at noon, and we're going to continue to post pictures and videos from this storm on our social media platforms. So send us those pictures and videos that you have and follow us to see more updates from this storm. All right, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow at noon.